This video is about the second Gavotte of the Gavotte in D major by Bach in Book 3. So when we play the first Gavotte and then we play the second Gavotte and then we play the first Gavotte again, when we're playing the entire piece with repeats and with the DC al fine, we need to make sure that we stop fully between each of the Gavottes. This helps us to change the character, but it also reflects that they are actually two separate pieces. They're just a pair of pieces that were played together. Let's talk just about the slurs very, very quickly. It's a very general thing for the whole movement. There are all different kinds of slurs, though. So the first one that we like to practice, which is actually a box, is in bar 12. We have to stop before the note that's marked staccato in the music. So we go smooth, then stop, then up, down, stop. Stop. Okay? And the same thing happens in bar 20. Smooth, stop. Stop. Okay? We don't want to stop after the note that's marked staccato. You'll hear that that was definitely connected in the bow. Stop. Stop. And it's really smart to practice it saying stop in the right place and making sure you don't stop anywhere else. Then we have this spot in bar 25. And that's just slow bow speed, because this bow has to be just as big as the down bow. This next up bow has to be just as big as the down bow. So it's got to be quick. It only has one note in it. So we've got slow, quick, quick, quick. Okay, so we want to practice that on its own as well. Other places that we have slurs are bar 9. No, make that bar 11. Here, it's more smooth with a little lift after the staccato note. So that's different. Different rhythm as well. So we've got... Okay, so stop. Stop. The other place that we use that is here, the double stops in bar 17. Okay? Other than that, all the other slurs that have staccato markings, all the other slurs do not have staccato markings and they're smooth. So when we get to bar 24, we're just focusing there on nice smooth bows with a crescendo, so each bow is getting bigger. We'll go over all that in a moment. The only other kind of slur that we see is the tenuto slur, which needs to be more less, as in bar 8. So here we go from the beginning. We're doing D on the first bow. Show the different characters of the fortissimo and the piano. All right, so we get ready. First note is deep. Let that lighten up at the end. Then new character, you may be playing this in third position if it's review. You may be playing this in first position if it's the first time around. I'm going to do it in third position. So here we would get number 1 to go to the 3 spot. Okay, notice that that character is totally different. It's really light. Very small bows, very light bows. I'll do in first position now. If you play it in first position, make sure not to get this. Big, loud, boisterous E's. Make sure that those are delicate, elegant. Okay, going on. Deep for the accents. Different character here. Notice there's a really big string cross, so drop your elbow. More, less. Those are staccato, just like the ones just before, so they need to be cute. More, less. Stop the bow. New dynamic, new phrase. Deep accents. Okay, and make sure, if you're no vibrato, make sure to accent all those notes also with your vibrato. Make sure it matches. Going forward, here's the slurs we talked about earlier. Stop. 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 All of a sudden, bigger bows, but not too harsh. Still a good tone. Trills from above. Start on the 3. Relax your last note to show the end of the phrase. That section repeats. Let's go on. You may learn this the first time without a double stop. Here I'm going to do a double stop. That's second finger on the A string with a tunnel for the E. So no other fingers can touch the E string, or you'll get a not very nice sound and you won't hear the double stop. So this is smooth stop bow. Light. Deepness on that. A deep sinking arm on the sforzando. Stop your bow, set a new character, much, much smaller bow, not slower. So our tempo is 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, fourth finger here. 2, 3, 4. Then we get to this first beat, we need to do a trill starting on the fourth finger. So it's, I'll play that without stopping this time and count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, now without counting. Stop. Okay, here's our slurs again. Stop. Getting louder, so each of those bigger. Sforzando, deep, heavy arm. Now less. Cute. Reach back for 1. Stop the bow, new phrase. We're going to crescendo, so each bow gets bigger for 3 bows. Small, medium, more. So we should be under the middle now. Maybe not as low as I just showed. So here's a good spot. Then slow, quick, slow. Cute bows. Cute bow. Trill from above. Okay, so maybe the other thing to really say that I'm not sure I showed the best in the video is that when we have staccato crotchets, those are always cute. So, for instance, the first time I see them is in bar 7. We want to separate them, not use too much bow, make sure the sound is light. When they come back in forte, like in bar 15, we want bigger bows but still separation and not too heavy. Bach is never too heavy. Okay, so just as in the first gavotte, let's be really mindful that the ends of every phrase is very, very clear. If there's a minim, the bow needs to go from faster to slower speed and kind of park the bow. We don't want to bash the end of any phrase in Bach. We want to lead to the downbeat still, as in the first one. So, like in the opening phrase, here. We're going all the way there. Even though we have smaller motives, we want to think about a long line. We want to make sure that we show a big difference between forte and piano, and we just want to be really aware of how we're interpreting the slurs, because if you haven't made a decision, you're not going to know how to play them in the moment, and that's really important. And then anytime that there's a crescendo written, look where the crescendo starts and look where it stops. figure out if you have 3 bows that get you from piano to forte. That means the first bow is very small, the second is medium, and the third bow is definitely really big. So we're trying to kind of think over several bars, over several bows, so that we're hearing longer phrases. We're hearing shape, so that we play beautiful Bach phrases rather than Bach bowings. Okay? All right, enjoy it. It's a really great piece.